We now return to cooking with the creature under the stairs, except he doesn't actually cook anything at all.
Well, hey everyone, it's me. I'm back. What the hell are you doing over there, dude? It's really hard to keep up with you. We all like food, right? Well, it might surprise you to learn that there are people out there that love food so much, they've made it their lives, their careers, their livelihoods, how they want to spend the remainder of their existence. Not just eating food, preparing food, selling it, making money on it, you name it. It's kind of crazy. I just learned about this myself. Apparently there are people out there called chefs. It's insane. I just can't wrap my head around it. Okay, now that my terrible jokes are done, you could probably tell from the thumbnail, as you usually can, that this video is about Gordon Ramsay. Not about him as a person or his shows or anything like that, but rather about his restaurants. I spent the last couple of days just losing my mind watching Kitchen Nightmares. Every couple of years I rediscover the YouTube channel and I get lost. It's the perfect type of content to barely pay attention to while you're working on something else. Whether that be reading or playing a game or not being in the room at all. And I was reminded of a video I made some years ago on a separate channel. As a matter of fact, I think it was the video that started it all for me in my curiosity to look at reviews for big, famous, successful places and see just what the hell is going on in terms of people's worst experiences with said places. So today, I figured I would take a look at the lowest reviews, or at least a few of them, for Gordon Ramsay's first restaurant that he opened in the 90s. Think, what's this one called? You know what? They're all basically called Gordon Ramsay something, something Gordon Ramsay. Seriously, there are so many variations, at least according to Google. Gordon Ramsay burger, Gordon Ramsay steak, Gordon Ramsay mac and cheese, Gordon Ramsay octopus. You name it, he's got a restaurant for it. I cannot believe that I have to write a review and we didn't get a chance to enjoy this place. We had an emergency come up, so my husband called in the correct time frame to cancel without penalty. The snooty lady that answered the phone said we had to cancel 2 weeks prior. We looked everywhere for this rule, OpenTable and their website, and it said 72 hours or 7 days for a special table, which we were in the time frame for both. He asked to speak to the manager, and the manager had the audacity to yell at my husband and was very condescending. They charged us €750 anyways. Needless to say, we will never dine at any of these restaurants if that's how they treat their patrons or future patrons. We wanted to book for a later date, but we would rather spend our money elsewhere after this interaction. So disappointing. Holy crap! 750 bucks? I know that there's a conversion rate, but they're pretty close, so whatever. That's a lot of goddamn money. I absolutely understand a restaurant having that kind of policy. You know, we've got a big ass table, we've planned it for you, we've prepped for you, and then canceling last second, we're gonna kick your ass. We are owed something, right? Sorry, I looked at the monitor for just a quick second, and I don't know why. It does seem kind of crappy that if the policy indeed was not stated correctly online, and these people are to be believed, which I'm going to give everybody the benefit of the doubt today, that's lame, especially for almost $1,000. That is frickin' crazy, my man. For $1,200, the entire experience was disappointing. Hell's Kitchen in Vegas is far better. I'd skip this Ramsay overpriced restaurant. $1,200. Was that for like the whole table? Because if that was for you, you gotta chill, man. Gluttony is one of the 7 deadly sins. The worst experience of Michelin you have in London. Food is awful and the seat is quite awkward. Spending £250 seating in front of toilet and light broken. All the dishes is the worst in London. It doesn't worth Michelin 3 stars, which all the things not even 1 star is better. So this restaurant has 3 Michelin stars, and for those of you that aren't aware, yes, the Michelin star is indeed given out by the Michelin Tire Company. Why? I think it had something to do with travel guides way back in the day. I still don't quite get it. I could easily look it up, as you should, but I'm not going to right now because I'm sitting on my bed, my computer's like a whole 3.5 feet over there, and my phone, I'm using it right now for something else. Not that you go to a Michelin star restaurant to be full, but if I am going anywhere and paying any amount of money to eat food made for me, I do not want to leave and go, damn, we should go eat. Terrible service. Our flight from the US to London was canceled last minute due to mechanical problems. So our arrival to London was delayed over 24 hours, and it meant that we would miss our reservation. I called the restaurant to see if alternative arrangements could be made, but they reportedly had no availability while we were in town. As it happened, though, the restaurant ended up being occupied by activists and having to shut down the night of our originally scheduled reservation. So, our reservation wouldn't have been honored anyway. Despite this, they still charged me the cancellation fee of over $350. How do you get charged a cancellation fee for a reservation that the restaurant wasn't even open for? I've tried for weeks now to resolve this with the restaurant via phone and email, but they're unwilling to refund me the bogus cancellation fee and have stopped returning my messages. There's no way the food is good enough to put up with such terrible service. I would recommend avoiding this place at all costs. Now, that particular review did get me super curious, because this is something we can absolutely verify on our own. Were there actually activists that took over the restaurant at any point in time? Yes, there were, indeed. Activists absolutely took over the restaurant and got it shut down for the remainder of the day. I would hope that the restaurant was able to come up with some sort of real solution for people who got screwed over. These people got screwed over for a completely different reason. There have to be some emerging situations where you would not get charged a cancellation fee. There have to be some exceptions. Oh, I died. Understandable, have a nice day. It just kinda sucks that it seems like there's absolutely no exceptions whatsoever. Hey, my mom died. Hey, I got COVID. Yeah, I should not be required to be charged for that. I'm sorry, that's ridiculous. Now, of course, that just means everybody could lie. Hey, I need to cancel my reservation last minute. Yep, mom died. Thank you. Yeah, everyone's gonna start lying. But there's gotta be a line somewhere with this, right? Of course, if Gordon were here, he'd kick my ass. But that's why I'm making this video from an undisclosed location. This isn't even my real room. I'm in a bunker somewhere, just in case he sees this video. Extremely underwhelming and expensive. This was my first Michelin experience, and I cannot believe this has 3. I feel like you're paying 90% for the name on the door. We'll never go back and we'll never recommend. I could definitely agree with the sentiment that you're probably mostly paying for the name. Gordon doesn't work there. He's not gonna be in the back cooking with everyone unless he just gets really bored one day and decides to hop on in. If you're paying for a name, you're gonna have a bad time. Beautiful food, excellent service, but what happened to the smart dress code? We were surrounded by people who looked like they just stepped out of an Ibiza party. What's that? Oh, okay, so you're pretending that everyone around you was in underwear and swimsuits? Sure they were. I've got a sneaky suspicion this person saw someone in like a t-shirt like mine and got super Karen pissy about it. Or, even crazier, saw someone wearing a dress with a backless style, or with deeper cleavage or something like that. Not deeper cleavage, deeper neckline. I'm not into fashion, okay? I'm wearing a shirt that says Poolside USA. What do I know? Mention to the manager who got very aggressively, not aggressively, that's not what it says, who got very aggressive and cocky. He basically ruined what was a wonderful lunch. For some reason, he kept repeating he was from Iran, very dissatisfied with this treatment. I have some sneaking suspicion in my mind that this is a joke review. It just feels like it. I don't know. Especially with that last line. I don't know if that's some sort of in thing I don't get, but anyway, just don't be a cranky bitch about dress code. Mind your own fucking business. Everyone is paying shit tons of money to be there. If this is meant to be Ramsey's restaurant, then Blinking Nora? What? Who's Nora? Staff yelled at me when I pulled out a packet of SpaghettiOs because theirs was raw. Took 4 hours to give me a perfectly seasoned lobster. I said they can stuff the lobster where the sun doesn't shine. Very poor. I know that this is a joke one, but I'm trying to imagine right now going to one of the highest rated restaurants in the world, one of the most awarded, right? And bringing a can of SpaghettiOs and just popping it open at the table and chugging it before your meal. Or if you get dissatisfied with what they're bringing you. Overpriced, small portions, the inside of the restaurant is outdated and needs background music as the atmosphere is too compact, was still hungry when we left. They don't play music? Not even like weird classical music? That does seem a little weird. I'm so used to hearing it in the background to help drown out other people's conversations. Godlike food, but this random guy yelled at me. Maybe you deserved it. Did you ever think about that? I bet you didn't. Because you're selfish. My food was raw, and there was also a small bug in my drink. Look, I understand some people are gonna go out there and try and sabotage a restaurant by giving it a shitty review, or pumping it up by giving it a great review because they're biased or whatever. But claiming that your food was raw, which I super doubt at any restaurant with Gordon's name on it, and claiming that there was a bug in your drink, and you don't back either of these things up with a picture? I'm sorry, but this is where I need receipts. I know I was gonna give everybody the benefit of the doubt and try to believe you, but I don't in this case. Because if I actually was served raw food or a drink with a bug in it, anything like that, at a restaurant that's charging me nearly $350 for my seat, plate, you name it, I'm gonna take a photo of it and I'm gonna post it with my review. But you didn't do that, sir. So, cry. Shit. In Germany, we say. We say what? This place bad. Okay. There are a lot more reviews we could go through, but I do feel like a huge handful of them are just trying to be funny. You know, I saw a lot that were complaining about the lamb sauce. Ha ha ha, I get it. I don't think it's really cool to go to any business and give them a terrible review for a joke. Look, I know that Gordon's like the most successful chef of all time and everything like that, and you're not really hurting him or his bottom line at the end of the day. You're not. But it's still not cool in my opinion. I don't know, call me crazy, call me maybe, call me... I'm not gonna continue with that one. All right, look, I'm out. I'm gonna go eat a cake. I don't know. I'm gonna figure something out. You guys have a good day, though. You have a good day. Oh God, I'm connected to the microphone still. I'm just gonna lie down and cry. Oh, hey, it's almost 2. Wow. I've been doing this a while.